Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a pre-fight show for UFC Fight Night 71, Mir versus Duffee. Yeah, this is going to be a star-studded UFC Fight Night. Yeah, this one, man, it's like basically a pay-per-view caliber main card without minus the title fight. Yeah, so enjoy this one. It's free on Fox Sports 1. Yeah, so this is a pre-fight show. I will give my rundown of the main card and my predictions, as always. So, let's get started with the main event, shall we? The main event is a heavyweight clash of the ages. Frank Mir, former UFC heavyweight champ twice over, versus Todd Duffee, who has one of the fastest knockouts in UFC heavyweight history. And, well, UFC history is just in general. I mean, against Tim Hague at UFC 102. I believe that was 7 seconds. Yeah, Todd Duffee, he's taken time off since then, or he's taken time off here and there since then, and he's had fights since then. And, yeah, he's looked pretty good overall. Yeah. This is Todd Duffee looking to make a name for himself, and Frank Mir looking to get back on track, on the winning track of things, after, getting his first win in ages against Antonio Silva. Yeah, so Frank Mir's coming off that big win that saved his UFC career. Frank Mir is obviously going to try to use his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Todd Duffee's going to try to use his stand-up and his boxing and his knockout power. And I think Todd Duffee gets it. I went back and forth on who should I root for in this fight, and also who do I think will win. I guess in this case, I guess I'll root for Todd Duffee, and also I'm picking Todd Duffee to win this. I think he won't be stupid and try to clinch with Frank Mir too much and try to take Frank Mir to the ground. If Frank Mir falls on the ground, then Todd Duffee won't jump on top of him going, oh, okay, here's the opportunity for me to pound him out. He will keep standing and say, Frank Mir, get back up, and then he'll continue to tee off on Frank Mir till he knocks him out. And I think that may not last too long. I think this is a first round knockout victory for Todd Duffee. So this will be a quick main event, but it'll be a fun, enjoyable, quick fight. And of course, if Frank Mir wins, he could win by knockout, but I think he will look to clinch real quick with Todd Duffee, take it to the ground real quick, and work a submission real quick. Yeah, it's if Frank Mir wins, it's within the first round or two. If Todd Duffee wins, I'm picking the first round. I think it's a 60% chance that Todd Duffee gets a first round knockout on this one and really establishes himself in the heavyweight division and cracks that top 10. Yeah, so then also on the main card, the co-main event, we got a lightweight clash of the ages, and this is the one I'm looking forward to probably the most on this whole main card. Josh Thompson versus Tony Ferguson. Lightweight clash of the ages. It's wow. This is a former Team Lesnar on the Ultimate Fighter guy, good buddy of Brock Lesnar, and Tony Ferguson versus AKA guy and Josh Thompson. Josh Thompson's a veteran in the sport. He's fought for the Strikeforce lightweight title. He's a former Strikeforce champion. Yeah, he's been saying how he wants a bigger name, a top-ranked guy, and how dare I get little old Tony Ferguson? Tony Ferguson says, "Don't take me lightly. I'm going to teach you a lesson," basically. And I think Tony Ferguson teaches him a lesson. I think Tony Ferguson uses his heavy-handed striking, his really unorthodox striking. I mean, he's really just all over the place with his striking. He's unpredictable. He picks his shots, and Tony Ferguson's great on the ground. He has great wrestling ability, and I think Tony Ferguson squeaks out a unanimous decision victory. Well, actually, I think he wins 30-27. I think he just basically tees off on Josh Thompson each round and wins a clean decision here. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, he could finish him in the third round. You know, it's possible Tony could get a knockout or a submission, but you know, Josh is pretty tough. I mean, he's been through battles over the years, and I think he could handle this battle, you know, throughout the match. But I think it'll be him getting dominated by the younger, hungrier guy in Tony Ferguson. And yeah, Tony, he's on a big win streak right now. He just cleaned house with a veteran in Gleison Tebow in the first round, and he walked right through him like nothing. So I think Tony Ferguson gets it done, and I hope to one day meet you, Tony. You're one of my favorite fighters. I'm proud of you, bro. Thanks for representing Team Lesnar on Ultimate Fighter. Thanks for being a good role model for kids. Yeah, and you know, just representing that death clutch on that Aaron Riley fight. And you know, just man, I mean, you know, I think his training camp in Ventura has done him well. So I think Tony gets it done here pretty easily. Yeah, on paper this looks like a tougher fight, but I think Tony gets it done fairly easy on this fight. Outpointing Josh Thompson, each round winning 30-27 unanimous decision. Then, also on the main card, we have a women's bantamweight bout with Holly Holm and Marion Reneau. Now, I met Marion Reneau. She's a nice lady, and I went back and forth on who I think will win this one, because you got a jiu-jitsu practitioner in Marion Reneau versus a champion boxer in Holly Holm. And I think, you know what, I mean, I kind of went back and forth on this, and you know, I truly feel like Raquel Pennington won that match against Holly Holm, but Holly Holm did hang in there and look pretty good still. But I think so many people keep underestimating Marion Reneau, and I think that's what motivates her to win. She's on a win streak right now in the UFC. She had that big win over Jessica Andrade, and you know, Jessica, you know, she's a top-ranked women's bantamweight, and I think Marion Reneau gets it done here. I think she clinches a lot with Holly Holm, and I think she might get some takedowns and possibly a submission, and she gets a big win. But at the same time, Holly Holm may get a knockout. So yeah, I'm picking Marion Reneau. I know she's underdog. I think Marion Reneau, it's 60% chance she wins this, 40% chance that Holly Holm wins by knockout. That's how I have this fight. I think it's either a decision win or submission win for Marion Reneau. If she gets submission, it's within the first couple rounds. And then if it's a knockout, if Holly Holm wins, it's by knockout in the first or second round. So, yeah, you know, actually I'll give Marion Reneau second or third round submission win or decision win, or first or second round knockout win for Holly Holm. But yeah, I'm going with Marion Reneau on this one, 60% chance she wins. Yeah, I'll favor her in this fight, but this is a tough fight, and this really elevates Marion Reneau's career if she wins this. So good luck, Marion. You're a nice lady. Then, you know, I'm sure Holly Holm is too. You know, I met Holly's family. They're all not awesome. So, you know, I don't I don't have one, you know, I truly despise in this fight. Yeah, good luck to both you ladies. Yeah, then also on the main card, we have a bantamweight clash with Scott Jorgensen and Manny Gambarian. Both guys looking to really resurrect their UFC careers, really get back on the winning track. And you got a guy really good at judo in Manny Gambarian, and a guy who's a veteran in WEC and UFC in Scott Jorgensen. Man, you know what? I think Manny Gambarian gets submission win first or second round in this one. I'm favoring Manny Gambarian. I think his judo skills are really good, and he gets some good takedowns in the clinch. And I think Scott Jorgensen, yeah, he might. I think Scott Jorgensen, unfortunately, may consider retirement after this fight. I like Scott Jorgensen. He's one of my favorite bantamweights, but he's had so many battles. He's had so many losses. He's knee deep in the rankings now, and I think yeah, this fight's Manny Gambarian's fight to win. Yeah, I got Manny Gambarian winning first or second round submission here. Maybe knockout, but I'm leaning towards submission. Definitely Manny gets a finish here and gets a victory. Yeah, so I'm picking Manny in here, first second round submission over Scott Jorgensen in the bantamweight division. Then also on the main card we have Kevin Lee versus James Muntasiri. Now this one I went back and forth on. Kevin Lee, has incredible wrestling, collegiate wrestling. James Muntasiri, he has good jiu-jitsu skills, and he's last time I checked a 4-3 black belt Taekwondo, I believe. And James Muntasiri, I think he will try to get that knockout, but I think Kevin Lee will keep putting pressure, and he will keep clinching and getting takedowns on James and defending submissions in top position. And I think Kevin Lee squeaks out a unanimous decision victory here, 29-28 or 30-27, but I think this will be a hard-fought win for Kevin Lee because you're going to have James going for submissions off his back. But Kevin Lee has proven time and time again against his other opponents in the UFC that he can defend submissions. Not only defend submissions, but defend submissions against black belts. And last time I checked, James Muntasiri is a purple belt, so it'll be a little easier to defend those submissions possibly. But he does have to worry about getting knocked out by James Muntasiri a little bit. But I think once he clinches with him and gets the takedowns, that will be thrown out the window, and pretty much he will smother him on the top with punches and elbows. That Kevin Lee will get a 29-28 or 30-27 unanimous decision victory here. And yeah, Kevin Lee's on a win streak right now in the lightweight division. I think at least he wins this fight, and it's hard to say, you know, how far the sky's the limit for this guy, but you know, it's kind of hard to say still. There's so many great lightweights out there, but yeah, Kevin Lee wins by unanimous decision. That's what I got in that fight, in that lightweight clash of up-and-comers. Yeah, then to kick off the main card, we have a welterweight clash with Alan Jouban and Matt Dwyer. Yeah, you know, Alan Jouban is a knockout artist, so is Matt Dwyer, but I think Alan Jouban gets it done here. Yeah, he looked good at UFC 184, and Alan Jouban is, you know, he trains in LA with Kenny Johnson in wrestling, and I think that he'll be able to stuff takedowns. I think Kenny's a great wrestling coach. Met him years ago, and I think that he will be able to keep it standing. He'll find his reach fairly early on, and he will get a knockout victory in the first or second round. So there you have it. I think Alan Jouban by knockout first or second round over Matt Dwyer in the welterweight division. So there you have it, guys. There's my predictions on the main card. Stay tuned for my next episode in the coming days, which will be a post-fight episode for this fight card.